We're back for the latest season of the Goose Podcast. New sponsor this year. We have 10% off from the King of Kicks using the code Goose10. So go check out Jordan's, Dunks, any of that fancy stuff, because tech bros need good shoes too. Now, first guest this season is Mark Gibbons, CEO and co-founder of Tapitag. Really cool company, focused in this kind of sustainability space, and they were the Sustainable Company of the Year in 2022 and the Emerging Company of the Year 2023. And he's getting married this weekend, so it's a big time, busy week. So Mark, do you want to say hi and tell everybody about yourself and talk about Tapitag?
Absolutely. Yeah, well, look, thanks for having me on, John. It's fantastic to be on with you. So, and yeah, if anybody wants to send help now for the wedding, please do. I suppose, look, Tapitag, we're 3 years old. We're helping companies move to a sustainable digital platform, moving away, let's say, from paper business cards or anything, let's say, paper related that you have to go and print. And yes, what a card. Brilliant. I love that.
A little early plug.
I think, John, actually, I think that was one of the first cards that we probably would have produced, if I'm not far mistaken. So,
it was. I have that about 3 years now.
There you go. And that, I'm nearly sure, if memory serves me right, that was made in my bedroom in Lucan. So that's where the company started. So we're now down in St. Mary's Square in Athlone with 11 staff, shipping to 82 countries now. Our latest would have been Rwanda. There's a financial company in Rwanda that we're working with. So this company is taking us on some crazy experiences and lots of different locations, which is absolutely fantastic, John.
No, this is class. I suppose like the whole vibe is obviously to make tech accessible and understandable. Yeah. And I think when people see a word like NFC, they go, huh? No, I suppose the obvious first place to start is, what is NFC and how are you leveraging that to make Tapitag what it is?
So the funny thing is, when you mention NFC to somebody, a lot of the time you get a blank face back. But NFC is being used on a daily basis. It's in your phone, it's in your bank card. When you tap your bank card off a terminal, that's NFC. That's near field communication. What it's doing is it's taking the information, whatever's on the card, and it's sharing that information. How we've adopted it in Tapitag is we've got an NFC card. You can tap it off the back of somebody's phone, and what we do is share a link to your Tapitag profile. And on your Tapitag profile, then you can have all of your business information, so your contact details, your socials, your websites, and we've got hotels there at the minute who have 3D tour of the hotels. John, you are the ultimate guy here, and this is brilliant. Yeah. So with your profile, like, in a previous life, what you would have had to do is you would have had to, if you changed, let's say, your position in a company, or you changed your phone number, or you updated your Instagram or your LinkedIn, get a batch of 500 paper business cards printed. With Tapitag, it's one card. You can get a customized card. I'll just show you as an example. You've got a customized card. You can pop onto your profile at any stage, and you can update the details then straight away. It's on a safe and secure platform. Everything is on AWS, based in Dublin actually as well. And we're working with some of the biggest corporates around. So if you look at the likes of the IDA, AIB, and we're working with the NHS in the UK. Only at the start of the year, we rolled out to Airbus all across Europe. So there's a lot of big companies using it, but we also have a massive reach direct to consumer where anybody can use a Tapitag. So whether you're a one-man band, a tradesperson, there's actually a funny story. There's a guy was just in painting my house there maybe about a month ago, and he said, "You're Tapitag, aren't you?" I was like, "Yeah." And he took out his wallet, showed me his Tapitag card, and he goes, "I love this. I'm using it everywhere. It's saving me a fortune." So, and that's a true story. It's not a made-up story. So it's a lot of different people are using it across a lot of different industries. We're extremely broad in terms of our reach. As I said, anybody can use this, from a painter to a lawyer to a doctor to a pilot, whatever it might be. Anybody can use a Tapitag to connect with people seamlessly via NFC.
Yeah, oddly, I have more right here. So we've got the new cards.
Yes.
Got one of the standard cards. So as you said, I'm basically a walking advertisement. But I actually caught up with you at the recent Dublin Tech Summit. So I probably I must have talked to John about 3 years ago initially. And it's great to see where you've come, obviously, in the last 3 years. Yeah. Like, this is amazing. Like, it's one of these like great Irish startup stories. And we were obviously speaking before this about it. So do you kind of want to explain where you started, as you mentioned, that card is made from your bedroom to where you've come to now.
Yeah, I'd probably, if I was you, John, I'd frame that. That'd be worth a few bob in a few years, I'd say. So
well, at the moment, I still need to use it.
Yeah. So yeah, I suppose where we started just after COVID. Myself and there's three co-founders in the company. Myself, John McHugh, Ivan Eustace, and the two lads were my old bosses. We worked in a company together called TNS Distribution. We were a really key partner to Apple across Europe. We put in kind of all of their tier one brands, the likes of Beats by Dre, DJI, Sennheiser. We put all those brands into Apple stores across Europe, and then we put them into retail then outside of Apple then too. So it's a really great business. Really gave us a great background in terms of our sale, how we sell a product, how we bring a product to market, and how we market a product then as well. Really important. And then and how you listen to your customers as well. So as I said, we worked together for 15 years, and it was a case then that the guys sold the company. They sold it to PCH International. So Liam Casey, a great Cork man, and a really great guy then as well. And the lads were kind of going, okay, what's happening? So we kind of got together. We started a business together, the three of us, and we kicked on then from there. So we went to CES. We love going to CES every January in Vegas. Just after COVID, though, we went to CES, and we had a consulting business at the time. We went to CES with no business cards, so we kind of landed in Vegas, going, we've actually no cards. What are we going to do here? So went to the show, came back, and we on the plane on the way back after a couple of beers, we were kind of going, right, there's something in this. There has to be something that we can do to alleviate this problem. So within 10 days, John, Tapitag was born, and the idea was brought up, and we knew of NFC cards and NFC tags, let's say. So we said, okay, how do we build a platform and use that as our hardware, and then obviously the digital platform as our software. So we went and done that. After maybe 8 to 10 weeks, we had pretty much had product in and sourced that was in our background. We knew where to go and get it. We had to go and build a system, which was quite new to us, but again, we adapt very, very quickly. The three of us are very much we always figure something out. We'll say yes and then figure it out afterwards. So, and I suppose how all good tech companies grow and develop. So, after we launched first, our product was an NFC tag that sat on the back of your phone, and this is our latest version. But literally, simply NFC, you tap it, you share a profile. Are we proud of the very first profile we brought out? No, but we're definitely
nobody ever is.
Nobody ever is. So we're constantly improving, constantly evolving, and where we've come, let's say, in those 3 years is brilliant. But we pitched that out. I'll never forget the first sale. Put our website live at 8 o'clock. 8:01, we got our first sale, and that was the ball got rolling. So after a couple of weeks, we got talking to a couple of companies saying, hey, you should use this instead of your paper cards. And a company came back. It was actually Deloitte. We met Deloitte. They came back and they said, look, really great idea. We love it. But can you put this as let's say a corporate solution where we can manage everybody's profile from one dashboard? So we went down and launched our corporate plan, and our corporate plan has now been it's been rolled out to over 1,000 corporates worldwide. So I think I mentioned a couple earlier, John, but the likes of AIB, IDA, Airbus, all these, UEFA are using it as well. So a lot of really kind of big corporates that are saying, this is fantastic. It can integrate into our CRM system. It can integrate into our Active Directory. So if our HR team go and say, okay, John has got a promotion here now, I'm updating the Active Directory, straight away it syncs in with your Tapitag and on you go. So
I like a little drop of UEFA right in the middle, just perfect.
Euros. He'll be got to win, John. Actually, that's I did watch your podcast. I think a while back there with the guys doing the shirts.
Yeah, so I actually have
cool.
I have a family in Germany in Black Forest area. So I think if I said anything but Germany, I'd be in trouble. But then again, I'm also born in London, so we've got a little bit of a. There
you go. Well, Germany or England. Let's see who comes out on top there for you.
I've put my money on Germany. I've put the money on Germany.
Okay.
And now this is live out on the internet, so that one in a few weeks.
Brilliant.
I love this because obviously it's a similar kind of idea with Goose. Like I met Martin on a bus to Sentry.
Yeah.
Nine and a half years ago to go play a six-a-side when we were both working in Carpham Warehouse. And he was talking to me about Goose that he'd recently set up. And I was like, oh, this is fun. And 9.5 years later, we're still doing this. But we obviously have to go to a lot of these. Well, have to love going to these.
Going.
No, genuinely, like, I love it because I get to hop around and go make friends with everybody. But, like, this is just a small sample of the amount of paperwork that you come home with. And to be honest with you, half it ends up in the bottom of a bag for months before I go, oh, must open that.
And we've seen it. There's and actually at the Tech Summit there was Gary from Finance Fair came up to us. He absolutely loves Tapitag, loves it, swears by it, and we get a lot of those people who say, look, it's going to revolutionize how I connect. I can tap my tag off somebody's phone. They can take my details straight away, but they can also send their details back to me digitally, and I don't have to save any paper business cards. So it's a really sleek way of making a connection. And I promise you, anybody who's using Tapitag, they're constantly getting an extra couple of minutes with somebody, because when that tap takes place, the profile loads up and they're kind of going, whoa, what just happened there? This is brilliant. So where did you get this? What is it? And I'm telling you, you'll never be forgotten. So
genuinely, because I obviously have been bringing my card to events for the last few years, and I update the links obviously before I go with whatever I need to have front and center at the time. But the first question that gets someone goes, "Can I have your card?" I said, "No, here, give me your phone." Boop. What the hell is this? And
it always happens.
And straight away you're like, and Joe, then it starts. It's like, okay, these are people that do get technology because they're doing something that nobody else is doing. So you do get that extra bit of conversation, and like the uses are incredible, because I've seen like you do wristbands and stuff like that, which obviously for the likes of events and stuff must be very, very handy, quick and easy.
We have a full suite of products. So we've got our and we call them accessories now, because that's pretty much their accessories to that. The actual product is obviously your Tapitag profile and that management system. And then your accessories are let's say your cards, your digital business card, which might be PVC, it might be a bamboo or cherry or walnut card. And we have a full range of metal. We have our key rings, our wristbands, and our phone tags, our mini cards for phones. There's a ton of different accessories. Lots of different people like to use. As an example, we got an order in today, and 50 key rings for an event that people want to give out. So
class.
That's what they love. We've got other companies who say, okay, we just want card only. And then we've got other companies who are saying, actually, we don't want any card whatsoever. We want to have just a digital profile, which probably leads us on to the launch of an app that's just taken place.
Yeah. So talk to me about this app.
So the app has been in the works probably for the last year. And it kind of goes back to, John, the customer who has a couple of different business heads, probably like yourself, John, and you'd be probably an ideal person to use the app. So what we've done is we've developed out the app, and it'll give you access to Tapitag Pro. So with Tapitag Pro, it's $2.99 a month. But what it gives you multiple profiles. So you'll be able to switch from, let's say, your Goosed head to let's say your daily job head to a personal profile. So all through the app, so you can change profiles, switch them fairly quickly. It also so it gives you access to. But like for myself, like it's I wear a couple of hats. I want to be able to switch my profile. So with Tapitag now, you can pop onto the app, switch your profile, and straight away your card is updated to go and tap, and it'll show your whatever you want to share. And it'll save you, John, as an example, from having to go in, update your details, and then for the next event, change them again. So it gives you access then to an OCR scanner. So this is something that people have been asking for. We listen to our customers. That's very important. The OCR scanner allows you to scan a paper business card with AI, with the help of AI, pull the details off that card, and then save it into your contacts. So you can literally scan the card, pull the details off, and then it saves directly into your contacts. And we give you an overview of your analytics then as well, so you can see how many cards, how many people have tapped your profile, how many people have downloaded your contact card, how many people have given you their details. That's all there. We give you access then to multiple profile teams, multiple profile templates, and it's all accessible there. The thing is now is that somebody can go onto our website, buy only a QR code, and then have access to that app. The other lovely thing is, let's see if I can just show you. I don't know whether the lighting is okay here, but you can also have your digital business card in your wallet then as well. So you can share it with let's say with AirDrop. So the iOS, you can share your Tapitag profile via AirDrop. You can share it on WhatsApp. You can share it by a lot of different links. So we're just constantly expanding things out, improving our platform. And yeah, as I said, the cards are fantastic. We love being able to tap the cards. Some people just don't want to carry a card or have a tag. Yeah. They just want let's say a QR solution, and that's built into your wallet or built into your phone. So we've got that now too.
This is so simple. Like it's so simple. It's brilliant because like I'm looking at the wristbands straight away and then going for there's two fields that I can see straight away. Like festivals, I don't want to be bringing everything. Scan my wristband there. There's my ticket away from me. Or like someone medical, because like I know like my own family's background is in jewelry, and you get bracelets where they can have their medical information engraved on it. But again, here, download everything you need. If it's just says it on the wrist, like straight away, those two scream that. But I found it very interesting looking at the website. You can tell you're a man getting married and that you get inspiration from the day to day, because I saw the event photo sharing.
Yes, yeah. So an idea that we had, and look, to full transparency, there's a couple of companies, let's say, doing this, but it just fits into our wheelhouse. So what we've got, I don't have one here. They're in my Valley Hotel there at the minute, ready for the wedding next week. But the solution that we're offering is on, let's say we've 16 tables at a wedding. So on each table, we're putting on table one. And we've got a QR code on that display. So on the display, then, if somebody can scan the QR code and upload any of the pictures that they've taken that day for the couple, so for the QR code owner. So we'd expect, knowing my mates and knowing a couple of Emma's mates, there could be a few crazy pictures there come Sunday morning. However, it's good to have them. So it's a really simple solution. But you mentioned it, when it comes to like networking events, gigs. I know Parkrun does a lot of stuff around capturing images and sharing images. So this is a really simple solution of scanning the QR code, having your Tapitag storage there, and being able to access your Tapitag gallery with all your pictures. So that's again another product that we've gone live with. It's up on our site. So anybody who's getting married can pop on, get a display and buy an acrylic display from us with the QR code already printed, and have it at their wedding to be able to capture all their photos and all the magic moments, as we call them, John. So they're all there. And
very different group of friends here, man, to be honest.
Yes.
Like, one of my boys is getting married next
I'm being
month.
Nice.
one of my boys is getting married next month, and I'm like, there's two sides of this. I know that like their girlfriends will take lovely pictures, and I know exactly what the lads will send in because
well, there is, if you want, John. So we always try and differentiate ourselves in terms of stuff that we do. So you can create separate folders and switch folders on and off. So for your mates, just tell them to scan one QR code and the girls can scan another.
Because I know my boys, I love them, but we don't let them outside very often.
I hear you. On the
we know the lad. But Joe, I find really interesting. There's this beautiful kind of like, and it's something that there's very few businesses doing right now. There's this beautiful kind of connection with the offline online kind of side of things, like barbers, hairdressers, nail salons, any kind of regional businesses that live and die by Google reviews. Stick one of those on the door and actually being able to ask someone to give a review when they're on your premises is because, like, I think, what's the stat say? 65% of people are thereabouts go check Google reviews before they go see a new business.
So it's even higher, John. It's 89% of people will look at Google reviews before they purchase or go and visit your business. So, which is, it's a crazy stat, but that's the world we live in. I'd be the same. Like, anywhere we go, anywhere we eat, anywhere we go to visit, whether it's a tourist attraction or whatever it might be, we always go and look at Google reviews. If you book a holiday, you're going to look at Google reviews. If you like cups of coffee, even down to barbers, you're looking at the Google reviews. That's what you're looking at first, and then you go and kind of look at the company, invest into the company afterwards. So it's a crazy stat, but it's another platform that we've rolled out. We call it proximity marketing, and we have the platforms as an example: Google reviews, Trustpilot, TripAdvisor, and we've got Yelp, any kind of review platform, we have it there that you can get an NFC tag or an NFC card, key ring, whatever hardware you want to get or whatever accessory you want to get. But I'm sure you've been there, John. Somebody asks you, you've had a great meal somewhere, and somebody says, "Did you enjoy that?" "I did." "Will you leave us a 5-star review?" "No problem." You walk out the door. I can guarantee you're not leaving that review. It's gone.
I'd say if you were to look at my profile on Google, I've probably left 2 reviews. Now, I've had intentions to leave well over 100, but when you're sitting at the table waiting for the bill or whatever, little QR. I think what's mad is like we're all now getting used to a world where QR codes are essentially on the table for the menu. So ask for the review at the same time, because I'd leave a review if I enjoyed myself.
Yeah, and it's so we're based in Athlone. There's an incredible coffee shop here called Bastion Kitchen, and Anne, who runs Bastion Kitchen, she has a Google review tag at the till point. But while she's making the coffee, and she knows her customers inside out, but while she's making the coffee, if she hasn't seen you before and you've enjoyed your meal, or you've come up to you've had your coffee, did you enjoy that? Yeah, you wouldn't mind just tapping that tag there or scan the QR code and leaves a quick review. And before the transaction has taken place of you paying for your meal, 5-star review is in place. It literally takes seconds. She's got a 5-star review and customer's happy. Now, as I said, if there's no tag there, if there's no call to action there, and that doesn't look well either. So she has her logo on it. She has all the instructions on it. Tap or scan, leave a review. If that's not there, somebody's gone out the door. They're not leaving that review. We're actually there's another coffee shop here in Athlone, Groin and Dose, two fantastic lads. And what we're doing with those guys is we're currently trialing Google review tag 10-day period to see how much they can increase their Google reviews in 10 days by using Tapitag. So there'll be a little video on that there after 10 days, just to show the actual how it performs and what the increase of reviews are. And they're just opened their doors. That's the other key thing. They've just opened their doors. They've got a review tag in here. So from 0 to what can we get it to in that 10 days?
Yeah, that'll be really interesting. That's actually going to be a really interesting experiment to see. And like obviously when you get that information, let us know, because I'd love to.
Absolutely.
I'd love to see how it goes, and obviously do a little coverage on that if we're talking good, nice numbers, because it really goes to show. Like I think, as you said, the amount of times you leave a restaurant and go, "I had a lovely time," and you never do it, and you just forget, and it's there going right. When I get home, I'll do the thing, and then I don't do the thing because I've got sleepy. You know
it's so true. We've just rolled out so there's the Accor hotel group, which would be like Abyss, Pullman hotels, all across Europe. There's 3,000 hotels, so we're just in the middle of a rollout for those guys there as well. They what they're doing is they have a management system again, so they can log on, they can see all the analytics per hotel group, and then per we call it stores, but per hotel, all from one dashboard. So instantly they can see, okay, today we've had, let's say, 10,000 taps all across our hotel groups. What's Europe done versus another region of the world? The analytics can drill in quite deep on that. What we're building in then as well, on top of like AI is amazing. There's going to be AI reporting built into that over the next couple of weeks then as well. That every month or every week, whenever you want, you get a report and kind of say, very similar to let's say the likes of Strava. What Strava will do is they'd send you out a report to say, here's how many taps you've done last month, or here's how many miles you've done last month. Here's your personal best. So we can kind of gauge them. Well, AI is going to be able to gauge them from our platform and send them out to all of our customer base then too. Yeah,
like there's definitely like we all know it well. Like we live in the Karen era of the internet. If we're going to be honest with ourselves, like the people who leave reviews are the people who hate you.
Yes,
that's just the blunt reality. The people
I love that actually.
Yeah. The online Karens, like
if
you look at most businesses, you're probably going to see an outweigh of the negative versus the positive, because we've all been Twitterized.
It's so true. Yeah,
true. And it's just that thing of the person who's gone out of their way to leave a review is doing it as 2 fingers back up at you. Whereas this I like, because it's almost like you're catching someone, they've had a good experience and they're still there, they're in the moment, and you can get a real authentic story back. And I think people really value there's loads of these restaurants, especially restaurants, those hidden gems.
Yeah.
that you stumble upon and you'll never find again. And it's like that burger I'll remember forever, but I don't know where it went. But now I can go back on my reviews and go, there we go.
I know where it was. Yeah. No, it's so true. And I think, look, businesses as a whole, like it's not easy out there, John. It's not like for cafes, restaurants, bars. It's not easy, and especially for the smaller guys. So if they can build up their reviews, and there is an easy solution like a Tapitag, that they can go. It's cost effective. They can get it. They can use it. They can build their reviews up. As I said, 89% of people they won't visit you unless you've got good reviews. So it's very important for any business. But you are right. There's always going to be those people who'll be negative. They'll always go on and make sure they go out of their way to leave a bad review. And what we've seen as a company ourselves is that those people who do that, they always look for something. If that's how they want to do it, that's fine. But there is genuine people out there who do want to leave a positive review about their experience that they've had. And as I said, with Tapitag, we're helping companies achieve that.
No, I think I think the product is so beautifully simple. And like, obviously, look, my day job is digital marketing. So like, from my perspective, being able to, like, the hardest thing I suppose in digital marketing is the offline connection, because like, look, the world is omni-channel. That's the point. We're not in COVID anymore. You want people going into a store. So how do you show that your marketing has worked and has had value when the end transaction is in a bricks and mortar establishment? It's very hard. You can report off reach and impressions all you like, but the reality is, when they go into the store, some people will always say, sure, they would have come in anyway, would they? And being able to have that kind of piece there, that you know, for anybody who doesn't know this part, like, you essentially put a bit of UTM tracking onto the link, and you can then go and see, right, this person tapped the tag, they came into the store, and now that will go back into my Google Analytics, and I can then, there's organic data from people who were physically in the store that we can use.
Yeah, absolutely. And it like, we're working with companies in the UK. It's very similar to what you've just mentioned there, John, who are doing that. And it's a bit of a game changer for them. They're seeing a real benefit out of it. So, and as you said, it's a very simple solution here. We're not trying to overcomplicate things. It's an extremely simple solution.
Yeah, like it is. It's beautifully simple. In terms of, if, like, so let's say I have a business, right, and I want to get custom-made cards to do a function. How do I go about that? Yeah,
so like what all the companies pretty much do is they'll go onto land on our website, they'll land on our corporate page. What you can do is fill in your details, and one of the team will get back to you. But the way it works is we would usually do let's say 15-minute introductory call. Through that call, we would figure out what your needs are, how many people you've got that you need to put on the platform. We'd send an Excel sheet on our corporate plan. We'd send you an Excel sheet. You'd fill in all the data for the staff. That's very important, like really, really important. I'll tell you why in a minute as well. But you'd send that on. You'd send it back to us. We would preload all the cards. So we'd set the cards up for the business. We'd make sure all of the profiles look and feel the same, so they're all uniformed. And that what's really important on our corporate plan is users can't make any changes. So as a general user on our corporate plan, you can't make any changes. We did have a company who gave out standard cards a couple of years ago, gave it to an intern, and on a Friday evening, the intern changed his title from intern to CEO of a fairly reputable company. So I thought it was genius. I thought it was brilliant. But on Monday morning, he wasn't flavor of the month. Let's put it that way. So
he probably wasn't there by Monday lunchtime, I'd imagine.
I cannot confirm or deny
that. Yes. Of course. I heard nothing. I know nothing. This conversation.
Yes. So look, users are restricted from making changes. We give you then access to this management system where you can see your full fleet of digital business cards and users. So you could go on and make your changes. You can activate and deactivate cards. You get an overview of all the connections that are made through the Tapitag profile. You get an overview then of the analytics, how many taps each individual has done, how many taps you've done as a company, and where have the taps taken place. So as an example, the Tech Summit, you can capture how many taps are done at the Tech Summit. All that is built into our system. So we agree to design and the artwork, everything that I probably haven't mentioned this bit yet, but everything is printed and manufactured here in Athlone. So as an example, we had a company in Dublin, 107 cards, an accountancy firm, They ordered on Monday. They had their cards by Tuesday afternoon. So in terms of the turnaround time, it's extremely quick. We use DHL shipping for all of our global customers then as well. One of our biggest customers is a company called Suit Supply. They use our corporate plan. They've 102 stores globally, one of the biggest men's fashion stores in the world, and all of their retail staff use Tapitag. So every week they've got new staff members coming on. So we get their details. Cards are printed, cards are produced, and they're shipped out to each store all across the States, all across Europe, and they're ready to go within the space of a week. They've got the card, they're ready to go on the shop floor. So
I remember I was in a job a few years ago, right? Jesus, it must be 4 years ago, and we had to get business cards printed.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a sad story. So I think I had 200 odd ordered for myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my name is spelled Jon.
Yeah.
So we
see
see
put a H in there.
See where this is going. Yeah. So
it's
been spelled Jon. I was like, that's my dad. Like, this is not going to work. So we basically had to go and bin them all and get a whole new order in or send them back. By the time we were able to get the new ones in, it was actually just as quick to bin.
Yeah, well, there is a stat, John. There's 10 billion paper business cards printed every year. Now, obviously, that's in decline now, but 88% of them go in the bin. 88% of 10 billion paper business cards go in the bin, which is such a waste. Such a waste. Yeah. So companies are copping on. Companies are seeing the benefit of a digital business card at events and trade shows now. It's brilliant. It's absolutely fantastic to see so many people adopting to this technology. So and using a sustainable digital platform like a Tapitag. So there's definitely a movement happening from paper to digital, and long may it last.
Good, we're moving in the right direction. But I covered it, like for anybody who watched or listened to the first series, like sustainability is something obviously that I I wouldn't go as far as to say I'm super passionate about it, but it is something I'm aware of, and it's something that I would be, in tune with. Especially doing a lot of these events and having worked in phone shops, having worked in the tech space for the bones of a decade now, the amount of waste in the industry is
crazy.
Is appalling. From whether it's phones, like I had Swappy on not long ago, very similar conversation about refurb iPhones and the full circular kind of system. And like, I now have one goddamn business card that I bring to everything, and
the beauty as well, John, just on sustainability is for, like, let's say for every digital business card we sell, that's one of our bamboo cards as an example. We've partnered with Ecology in the UK, and what Ecology in the UK do, for every card we sell, they plant a tree for us. And that tree is the location of that tree planting changes every month. But we can see a forest of trees that we've planted since we've onboarded, let's say, Ecology, and since we partnered with them. For any user, so anybody who's placed, let's say, an order today, they've had a tree planted for them with Ecology. Same with any corporate. We there's a Spyrex Sparko in Dubai. Actually, we onboarded there a couple of weeks ago, and they were really keen on getting an overview of their forest that we've planted. So we were able to go plant the trees and then give them their link. So for their lifetime of those trees, they can go and do that. Ideally, what we'd love to do is we would love to do something in Ireland, that whether it's planting trees or buying an area of land, that we can go and do something further with. But it would be great to have a forest, or to have an area of Ireland that we can go and say, okay, where we can bring customers out to say, you've ordered 100 cards.
That's your tree.
That's your tree. So, and just be able to see it. It's all well and good saying we partner with Ecology, and we do it. It's fantastic. It's a great initiative. What I would love, though, like, I'd love to be able to take the likes of an AIB or an IDA or a Deloitte down to a forest somewhere in Wicklow and say, actually, this is what you've done. You've planted a tree. Not only have you moved away from printing paper, you've planted a tree and you're on a digital sustainable platform. So that's important to us. We will get there. 100% we'll get there. Just Rome wasn't built in a day, as they say.
No, of course not.
That is the dream, John. That's what we want to get it to.
But it's really good. Like I know a lot of companies where, becoming carbon neutral is becoming, a business driver, or being that more sustainable aware is a thing. So something like that, where it's like, well, one, we're reducing on our paper, and two, we're actually, instead of taking some trees down, we're putting some up. That's pretty goddamn good.
There is actually. We went. Sorry for jumping across you, John. There's a company called Ross Polymer, actually based in Athlone, and they're working with a company called the Food Bag. So the Food Bag, they send out lunches to school kids all over the country, also based in Athlone. So we went to visit them. We went to visit Michael there a couple of maybe a month or so ago with the view of our PVC cards are PVC. Now they still offer you've one card for life. It's a case here that it's replacing all of your paper print, but we want to take that a step further. How can we take in a recycled polymer, recycled plastic, and use that as our Tapitag PVC card? So whether it's plastics from the ocean, whether it's plastics that are being used in big pharma, how can we take that and mold our cards into that, and then sell it on as as our reusable plastic card? So that's something really exciting that's in the works then as well. But there's a lot of companies trying things, which is fantastic, because I think we all need to push together on in around sustainability. Little changes will make a big difference. That's I absolutely believe that. And as I said, if it's something that we can do to help a company move to a sustainable digital platform and become that bit more sustainable in their everyday offerings, we'll help them do that.
Yeah, like I love that there's it's one of these products where the B2B is obvious, but the B2C is also there. Like I use it for random nonsense.
It's so true. I
use it for random nonsense. Like clubs could use these. Stick it up in the clubhouse. Change the code behind it. If that's membership at the start of the year, if that's join the raffle. That's program Saturday morning. Scan that, and nobody has an excuse.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll catch you some way. Yeah,
we'll get you.
It's so true. Now I think my home club, as I used to live in Lucan there, so my home club, Lucan Sarsfields, they adapted it in some ways. I'm now a St. Bridget's man down in Kiltoom, so we'll work something with those guys as well, where they can have their tappy tags around the place where they can offer latest information, updated at any time. They can have a lot of numbers up there, links onto your let's say to go on and buy your training tops, your jerseys. Have it all up there. So the beauty of this is, if we don't have something on the Tapitag profile, as an example, we've all the social platforms, we've all of your contact details, your websites, whatever you want. But if there's something we don't have, you could just create your own icon and add the link to it, or add the PDF to it then as well. So that's all there. There's nothing that you can't store on a Tapitag. Pretty much nothing at all. So it's all up there.
I think the different elements of this, the sustainable side, just the flexibility of this, it's one of those rare products where it's like you can kind of throw it anywhere and it'll work.
Yeah, it'll work. But it's everybody connects, everybody goes to networking events, and the networking event might be heading out for a few pints with your mates, and you're going to network with somebody on a personal level. So it's a really easy way to use it. We've a number of bands, a number of DJs using it who are able to, like, yourself, John, if you're out, like I've seen it so many times. The lads who are playing day 2 for us, we've seen a Peddler Max down here in Athlone. I went up, it was a bit of a rigmarole trying to get his details, getting his phone, we couldn't hear him, whereas he's now using the Tapitag. He's tapping, he's sharing, that's how he's using Tapitag for. He's getting his details out there that way. So it's just a really, again, simple solution of sharing everything at once, being able to download it, save it to your phone straight away, and then to generate new leads. And as I said, new leads might be a new business, it might be a new friend, it might be a person that you just met. So there's loads of different ways to use it.
So tell me, what's obviously we're bringing out the big app. So if we were to come back to you this time next year, what's the plan? Where are we going?
Where are we going to be?
Where are we going to be?
No, I think it's look, the app is key. We're going to roll that out. We really want to integrate AI as much as we can into our platform to make it kind of your analytics seamless, that people are getting updates. We want to be in people's inboxes. We want to be popping up on their screen to be able to show how much they're using a Tapitag, or how they can use it better, how they can connect better. And making new connections brings new opportunities. That's what we always believe. This time next year, we have our kind of initial goal was to get to 100,000 users. So we're getting fairly close to being halfway there. So we want to hit that, John. We want to get that. We want to expand out a little bit more into America. And North America is somewhere that we really want to go and grow into. Yeah. The UK is still only scraping the surface there. Europe, the same. Yeah. There's lots of stuff around Tapitag that we're building at the minute. Obviously, don't want to say it, but there's a lot of stuff that we're doing. You have to think, John, right? There's just in the UK alone, there's 20,000 print companies. There's 20,000 print companies who are traditional printers.
They hate you.
Well, hate us, but like there's with hate, there's opportunity. So yes. There's definitely something around the SaaS platform there that we're building that should be probably September, October time, that we'd be able to give them an opportunity of making a digital business card through the Tapitag platform. So that's coming. Let's say that's something we're fairly excited about. That's how we're kind of looking at scaling the company then as well. But the app is massive. Our accessories, they're just going to continuously grow. And then we've some really kind of, I'm not kidding you, really fantastic customers that we're onboarding at the minute. People think, well, let's say with a corporate, getting a corporate on board isn't a very quick thing, especially when it comes to Tapitag. There's a lot of legal contracts and privacy policies, data policies. Where's the data being stored? There's a lot of that stuff. So there's companies we've been working on for the last year and a half, that we took down the road now that are fairly close to closing. So that's gonna really push our business on, and then our direct to consumer, like. Yeah. Everybody should have a Tapitag. That's what we believe. Everybody should have it.
I'm on with that.
So for how do we make it even more accessible, John? That's the other piece. We want to make it as accessible as possible and as cost efficient as possible, so everybody can use it. My granny uses one, so she can use it. Anybody can use it. So that's quite key.
Look, my mother always gets a shout out on these podcasts, and she hasn't got one today. So, very much of the same kind of idea. Yeah. If we can get people like my mom, your grandmother, grandmother's parents to understand these kind of, because like my dad would still be old school business cards. So that's shake the hand and say hi to
the times are changing. We're always that demographic is. I suppose the demographic of let's say your dad or let's say my grandfather as an example, they now know how to scan a QR code, which is very important. QR code comes as standard on our cards. The way I've kind of let's say looked at the business, but the way this myself and the two lads have looked at it is how can we build it as simple as possible. So if it passes the granny test or the grandfather test, you're doing a good job. I asked my grandfather to do a sales pitch for me there. Just before Christmas, so for him to tell me, I asked him, you tell me what Tapitag is and how it works. He was able to do that, and that was me. I was kind of going, okay, we're doing okay in terms of how we're marketing the product. Yeah. So, as I said, it's very important for our reach is extremely broad. Everybody who networks or everybody who wants to chat or connect with new people, Tapitag is there for them. It's not just for the big corporates. It's not just for the SMEs. It's for everybody. So, and it's an Irish business. We're part of Guaranteed Irish, which is very important as well. And we're a great community of people there too. So, and we have it on our packaging and we have it on our website, but having that G it's extremely important to us, and we love supporting Irish business then as well. So, really, really important. But that was a long-winded answer for where we're going to do this next year. But that's what goes on in my head.
Like we're actually at a point now where like my mother sends me Instagram reels, and I'm like,
I think my man, thankfully, she's still on Facebook now. She's still a young woman. She'll be happy to hear that. But
since we've got on here, I have a missed call from my mother, and because it's gotten to the point now where if I don't answer the phone, she sends me a Snapchat.
Yeah, so she's winning. Yeah, that's good.
Like,
that's brilliant.
You're going to find me somewhere. God damn it.
Yeah.
Is there anything that we haven't actually covered that you think we need to say about Tapitag before we wrap it up for today?
Yeah, well, no, I think, look, I think we've covered a lot of stuff there.
We have.
I suppose from us, we're extremely thankful for all the support that we get off of everybody. There's been, since we launched since we launched, we were told that the idea was never going to catch on by a couple of kind of, let's say, key people, which we love. We always look back on it and we say that's driving us on. But I'm not kidding you. The sense of community for people who are using Tapitag, people love it. We're so thankful for all the support that people give us, even down to the ideas that people give us of, hey, you should add this in or do this. It's how we grow our business. But yeah, people are fantastic. Thanks for everything that all the ideas, all the feedback that we get from people. It's really important for us to take that back in, grow the business, and really kick it on, I suppose. Have we covered that? Have we missed anything? I don't think so. We chatted about a lot, John. So
we've covered a lot. Yeah. I didn't get your Euros pick.
My Euros pick. I'm a big
I'm getting hammered on this
fan,
later. You're getting hammered on this later.
I'm a big Man United fan, and I have a sneaking suspicion that Ronaldo's going to go out in a high, and Portugal they're going to win the Euros. Okay. I know he doesn't play for United anymore, but Bruno does. Ronaldo, big Ronaldo fan.
Bruno, Dallo,
United.
The other midfielder who's probably going to sign this summer.
Neves, please God, we need somebody. It's been tough being a United fan.
I'm a full fan. Joe Polinia is my guy.
Oh, well, maybe he might go to United. You never know.
Yeah, he'll go.
Just talks. I know. I wouldn't mind him there at United.
No, neither would I. He's fantastic. Anyway, where do people find you on the internet?
Yeah, so
give everybody the information where they can find you before you go.
Yeah, www.tapitag.co, so tapitag.co, or you can find us on Instagram. It's just search Tapitag, and you can find us on Facebook. Just search Tapitag, Snapchat, Tapitag Ireland, and everything's available on our website. So www.tapitag.co.
Fantastic. And then from my side, Mark, it's been fantastic to have you today. Has anybody ever told you kind of look like an Irish Tom Hardy?
I'll take it. I'll take that. Good man, John. Thanks for that.
Where you find us on the socials is pretty much everywhere. Every social media platform that's in existence. We're on Threads, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok. The only one that's not Goosed_ie is TikTok, because it's Martin at Goosed. So we're pretty much everywhere. And as I said, we've got 10% off the code Goosed10 from King of Kicks at the moment. So yeah, that is pretty much everything for today. Tapitag is really cool. I have one. I am a fan of the brand. Go get one and plant a tree. So, Mark, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you today. This has been so much fun.
Thanks so much, John. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And keep up the good work.
We'll keep going, and I'll hopefully be less caffeinated in the future.
Yeah. Stay on the caffeine too. Life is better caffeinated. Yeah.
Everybody who's listening or watching, thank you. Good evening, good night, good morning. I don't know, whenever the hell you're listening to us. And we'll catch up.